Yeah, offense clearly isn't firing on all cylinders right now, and today, just Monday, kind of just trying to get back to square one. I mean, what can you do? There's still a lot of football left to play this season, so it's just focusing on the fundamentals, just trying to get the little things right, because you can't be okay at a lot of things and not be great at one thing. So we're kind of trying to figure out what those things can be and what we can have success with moving forward.
As an offense, you all watch the film together, or is it just your position group, or how does that work?
So when we come in to break down film, like Saturday after the game, we watch it with Coach Detmer, and that gives us a good opportunity because each position coach, like offensive line, like Coach Empey can give me pointers on some things that I missed during the game. The wide receiver coaches can help coach some of the running backs who run routes, and we have definitely used what you said, watching film together, because it kind of holds everybody accountable, because there's no hiding now. You know, everybody sees it, especially in this day and age. Social media, you know, everything. Everybody, you're on a big stage, so there's no secrets. So there's no use in hiding anything. So might as well fix it and, you know, try to eliminate the mistakes as much as possible.
Actually,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say that you got utilized in the pass game, and that sense. It seemed like when you were on the field, you were basically running routes out of the backfield. What's it like? Has it kind of been pushed? Your role been pushed that direction, just to be that, you know, out of the backfield receiver?
It would seem that way. I don't know if it's really scripted that way, but as the game goes on, we get into a lot more of the hurry up offense type of situations, and we're going to want a running back who can catch the checkdowns. Not that any of the other running backs can't, but I feel like that's a role that Coach Detmer feels pretty comfortable with having me in. So the more opportunities that I get, I need to continue to utilize those and make plays. So I feel like at this point, with anybody on offense, it doesn't really matter what you've done up to this point. It's at this point who's making plays and who's going to continue to make plays, because, like I said, there's no hiding. We're not doing that hot on offense, and we need to start doing something. So
the rotation between you, Ula, and Squally seems to have tightened up to kind of you three guys. Is it more injury related with KJ and those guys going down, or is it the coaches that said you three are going to be the guys that are going to carry the ball?
So there's been no conversation that who the three guys were. It's kind of as the game goes on. You would think if Ula starts to get hot and starts to do things well, he'd get more carries. But like I said, things are situational. When you do have a long field and you do have it's not so much time on the clock, so a certain running back is going to play. If we're in a short distance type of game, a bigger running back's probably going to get more reps. And I mean, clearly, you know, if KJ's hurt, Kavika's hurt, it's going to be like those guys aren't going to be able to be a big part of the offense. So yeah, it's kind of where we're at right now, and we're just trying to adapt to, you know, what's available. And I mean, like I said, there's a lot of football left to play. We can't, you know, things may not be going so well right now, and we realize that, and I'm sure the fan base and everybody realizes that. So it's just kind of getting those guys on the field who are going to do something. And like I said, there's nowhere to hide. You know, it's right there. You can kind of, when I get up in the morning and I come up here, you look in the mirror and you realize it, because it's being 1-5. It's not being 6-0. So there is an urgency to everybody right now, and everybody is eager to get out there and to make plays and to get better. And so today I think that as an offense we did that. Everybody came in with the mindset that we do want to do better, and just getting it to click, because I can sit here and talk about it all I want, but if it doesn't show up on game day, then it really doesn't matter. So,
what have the conversations been like with your dad? What type of advice has he given you?
I mean, you know, James, he, you know, it's a hard love type thing, you know. So he'll let me know how it is. You know, I'll own it. I blew two opportunities to get a blitzing safety on a couple of those last drives of the game. And he sees that, and I know he sees it. The moment I get on the phone, I know he's going to tell me I missed it. And I think having my father kind of be around the game, he's made me aware that you need to be able to take coaching, and you need to be able to say, hey, that's my bad. You know, I messed up. So,
do you preempt it by saying, I already know I messed up, Dad?
No, I give him the satisfaction to let me tell.
Oh, I did miss that.
I'm aware, yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, when you have Tanner coming off the field and he's looking at me, I'm like, Yeah, man. I'm sorry. So it's just it's now you can kind of laugh about it, but it's just those are the things that need to change if we want to get any better. So.
With those changes, there's so many different quarterbacks that have been shuffling in, whether for injury or just trying to get a spark. Like Phil came in last game.
Mm-hmm.
How does that change kind of how you guys in the backfield operate the offense, or does it change? I guess.
The easy answer would be able to say it doesn't change anything, but it is a little bit different from Bo to Coy to Tanner to Joe. It does change a little bit, but at the end of the day, your execution needs to be the same. If you need to run a route a certain way and you know what the timing's supposed to be, you know your progression on the quarterback's read, you need to run it the same no matter who's in. And you need to adjust to a ball if he throws it a little bit differently. And going through practice, so why we practice, you kind of need to know those things. It can't just be, oh, I didn't know he's going to do it like this, or everybody wants to point the blame. It should be the offensive line should execute what they're going to do, the running back should execute what he's going to do, the receivers, and then the quarterback. We all need to help each other out. So to answer your question, it's a little bit different, but it really shouldn't matter.
Back in fall camp, did you guys, as an offense, have any inkling that this would be such a struggle to move the ball this year? Was there? Did anybody see this coming?
I don't think you could. I mean, you'd be a pretty negative person, you know, if you said, "Oh yeah, we're going to be 1-5 and our offense is going to be struggling a little bit." So I don't think so. I think maybe Coach Detmer could have seen that. You know, it was great to have two guys like Taysom and Jamal, and with Taysom and Tanner being two different quarterbacks, you're going to run different stuff like run play option. We're probably not going to run so much of that with Tanner. But, I mean, when you have a guy like Taysom, we ran more of that. And when you have a guy like Bo, you're going to run more of that. So I think that we kind of realized third downs are going to look a lot different because there's not going to be a quarterback run. You know, we're not going to run any quarterback delayed, a quarterback draw, anything like that. So I think maybe Coach Detmer, maybe he was unsure because there was a lot of young guys coming in. Myself being one of them, Micah Simon, Matt Bushman is a freshman. We have a lot of young guys who kind of were coming onto the scene. So I don't think anybody saw it coming, but I think being people who have been around the game, nothing really surprises you at this point. So,
Coach Detmer and Coach Sataki have said they want to establish the run. That's been their message ever since they arrived. Yet you're averaging 3.5 yards a carry, which, as a team for the season, is that on the running backs? Is that on the O-line? Is it on the play calling? Like, it just if that's the plan, it's not working at the moment.
It's on the running backs. I can remember specifically the times I was in on 3rd and 1, and it shouldn't matter, you know, like I am a smaller running back, but, you know, you got to make a play. And I think it comes down to the running backs making plays. What kind of a teammate would I be to come in here and say, oh yeah, it's the play calling, it's the offensive line. I mean, you can't do that. You got to make a play. I mean, it's D1 football. You know, you can't just, if you're left one-on-one with the safety, make the safety miss, go score a touchdown. So right now, I'll put it on the running backs. We haven't been making plays that we need to be making.